vacation piece from this. And so I stopped at this restaurant over on the west side of town, and I was eating burger. I mean, I'd never been here before, but it was basically like a sports bar. And so I think as Christians, I think we need to go to hard places, meaning like obviously like people are like, oh, Matt's going to say, go to the deepest parts of a jungle and try to find, indigenous tribes and preach the gospel and stuff to them. Like, no. I mean, hey, if that's you, please, by all means, go ahead. No, what I'm talking about is hard places where we're at, where the gospel isn't like, it's not the first thing in your mind. So the All-Star game was on last night for the Major League Baseball. There was me, and two other people sitting at the bar. And then there were also people behind us sitting at tables. And so we're sitting there all watching the game. The three people to my right, they were talking to each other. They were a group. But it went to a commercial break from the All-Star game. And a commercial popped up, and it was the HeGetsUs campaign. This is all them. But this commercial came on. Let's play it. And that was the commercial that came up. And it was basically people being like the life of the party. And the video is called Good Times. You can look it up. But this commercial came on. And like I had never seen it. So I didn't know and then when I saw like it was like Jesus Let Us Shine, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Like I knew instantly. I was like, okay, this is He Gets Us. But anyways, there was a guy in the group of three, and he's like, wait, what? What is this? And so I didn't say anything, but my mind was going and the reason why I didn't say anything is because I was like a little far off. Like I was maybe like 13 chairs down or so. Had I been 4 chairs away, I probably would have said something, but this commercial is getting played in areas that you're not going to find most Christians. Like some Christians will. Like I'll admit, like I'll go to a bar and have a drink and eat food. I don't mind because I know that it's not a sin. But other Christians might be a little, if you're a Christian, you might be a person who's be like I don't know if I can go to a bar. I don't know what other people like. It's like it's a stumbling block issue, meaning, and so I think that's in, I believe that's in Romans or something around there. And so that for whatever reason, they might not find them. They won't go to a bar for either because they see it as a sin issue or they see it as like if I'm in there and someone else comes in there, I don't want to be a stumbling block. I think as Christians, we absolutely should go to places like that, like bars and stuff, because a commercial like that comes up. And someone has a response like this guy did. Wait, what? What is this? Because people are going to have this idea of Jesus that it's this holy religious thing, which he is. Jesus is this holy Son of God, God in flesh, all these different things. And so it's this high regard. And so it's almost like it's like untouchable, right? I'm a dirty, terrible sinner. I can't touch Jesus. But that's just not what we see in the scripture. And what we see in the scripture is that Jesus was a person who was the party. Like one of the first, at least, was him turning water into wine at a wedding. So that commercial is being used to break down the idea that Jesus is this stuffy, boring, if you're not following the rules type of person. That's just my encouragement to you to go into those places, because Christians are making commercials like He Gets Us that are being played during sporting events. And so if you're not inviting people over to your house to watch games and shows like that, like where else are people gonna go and see that. Like there might be some people who might be inclined to be like, huh, that's interesting. Let me get more about this and pull out their phone and look up HeGetsUs. Some people might. What are the odds of those people who aren't? Just lean over and just say, hey, what'd you think of that? And just looking at the person and striking up that conversation. Because if we're called to share the gospel, you can have these, what Kristen and I call it, we teach a class on evangelism, and you're looking for these foot in door conversations. And the commercial is just a perfect way to have that foot in door. Like it's very direct, it's very in your face. And so your conversation can be very direct and in your face and be like, hey, what'd you think of that? What do you think about, how do you view Jesus? Do you view him as this stuffy person, or is he someone who is approachable and wants to see you have those good times and joy? This is a clip from our Bible study live stream that happens every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 a.m. Subscribe to the channel so that you can connect with us there, or when we post a new video every Friday. We'll see you next time.